And just like that, the official test session for season 12 of the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship has come to an end here in Valencia. We had 4 days of testing with 6 test sessions, 18 hours of track time and 5,474 laps completed across all 20 of our drivers who spent the last couple of days putting the Gen3 EVO through its paces. Now, the lap times here won't necessarily be representative of who will be quickest when we make it to Sao Paulo, but it's a good idea of where everyone is kind of at. So here are 5 things that you need to know ahead of season 12. First things first, Mahindra Racing look to be making some big movement into season 12. They're one of only 3 teams to have maintained the same driver lineup. And between them during this test, they did 533 laps with Nick and Edo consistently towards the top of the timesheets. Last year, they secured 5 podiums across the season, and they're going to be looking to get even more this year and hoping to hear the Indian national anthem on the podium once more. It was Eduardo Mortara who set the fastest time of the entire test, a 1:21.493.
We knew coming here that we had improved, let's say, our drivability, our car. We just had to confirm it on track with the others. It does seem that we're actually looking quite okay on this track. It doesn't mean that we are going to be competitive everywhere, but at least on this one it looks that it's clicking. What's going to be important now, in the next few days, is just to make sure that we go through the test plan. We have a lot of things that we want to confirm, let's say, and test, and hopefully we can have a better base starting this season 12.
We've got 3 new rookies on the grid this season, although to call them all rookies feels a little bit unfair. So let's start with Felipe Drogovic, a former Formula 2 champion. He joins Jake Dennis at Andretti Formula E team. He's actually done 2 races in Formula E before, but that was previously for Mahindra Racing in Berlin of last year, and has also got a whole host of rookie test experience. Then, similarly, we've got Joel Eriksson at Envision Racing. He did 8 races for Dragon Racing in the years gone by, and more recently also stepped in Berlin at Envision Racing. But with most of his experience having come in the Gen 2 era, these Gen 3 EVO cars are going to be very different to what he's normally used to. And of course, the only true rookie of this season is Pepe Marti. He's never stepped foot in a Formula E car before, but the 20-year-old Barcelona native has already made a really strong first impression, actually going quickest out of all 3 of the rookies over the course of the entire test. It'll be exciting to see how he gets on as Dan Ticktum's teammate.
Yeah, definitely a new experience, obviously completely new endeavour for me. Sort of strange when you get in the car and there's no sand into it, but yeah, then again, it's a race car, so slowly got up to speed. I think I've still got quite a lot of room to get better. I think I need to still understand exactly what the strengths of the car are. I think especially at this track, it maybe comes alive more than in some of the tracks. Obviously, in a championship where mostly 90 degrees, 180 degree corners, you don't really get to feel the car sometimes as well. And yeah, to get to try it out first time here in with high-speed corner, turn 1, and then yeah, as we move to Sao Paulo and different street tracks, then have a bit more knowledge.
Formula E has returned to Valencia for the first time since season 10, and that actually means we've had quite a big change in that time. When we were last here, it was the Gen 3 machinery, and now of course it's the Gen 3 EVO. These cars are faster, lighter, more powerful, and can accelerate from 0 to 60 in 1.82 seconds. And we saw the immediate impact of that out on track. Last time we were here, Mitch Evans topped the timesheets with a 1:24.474. This year, it was almost 3 seconds quicker, with Edo Mortara doing a 1:21.493. What a difference! There are several new team and driver pairings for us to take a look at for season 12, with big drivers making even bigger moves. Antonio Felix da Costa going to Jaguar TCS Racing, Nick Cassidy and John-Eric Verne joining Citroën, a brand new team to the championship. Of course, we have Nico Müller heading to Porsche and Taylor Barnard at DS Penske. He was only 0.07 of a second off of Edo Mortara's best time across the entire test, so he's clearly feeling comfortable in his new Stellantis-powered machinery. It's also worth mentioning Citroën. Nick Cassidy was not far behind Taylor at all. And with that move from Jaguar TCS Racing to the iconic French manufacturer, he's looking to impress in his new team.
Feeling positive. I'm loving the environment, the work that we're doing here seems very, very productive, very good. Of course, we have things we want to improve. We don't really know our true performance level of where we can be on a race weekend, but I think in general, we're quite happy with the steps that we've made.
Testing like this, we're not really chasing the lap time, more chasing how I feel with the car and what we do to try and help certain problems, and basically have a bigger toolbox for whenever you have the similar problems later on in the season.
And finally, we of course have to talk about our reigning Drivers' World Champion, Oliver Rowland. He's taken the #1 on his car as he remains with Nissan for another season. His teammate Norman Nato taking the number 23. And they set the pace on the final day of testing. Norman Nato went quickest in the morning, Oliver Rowland in the afternoon. They had a tricky end to season 11, so this positive momentum from the test will set them up really nicely for season 12.
It's obviously like better than last year in a way that, you know, arriving to a new team again, even if I was with Nissan in the past, there's always like a movement everywhere in the paddock, in drivers, but also inside of the teams. So obviously like we have some new people, some people left unfortunately, but we have some new ones as well. So it's about again to create like a bit of a team spirit relationship to do the best job as possible all together. So that's why Valencia as well is quite good for that, because simulator wise, like you can do some work on it, but like being in real condition, it's always the best.
With thousands of laps under their belt, all 20 of our drivers are as prepared as they can be for season 12. And what a season we've got in store for you. It's the final year with Gen3 EVO machinery. We're heading to the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. We're going back to Sanya and we're going to race in Madrid for the very first time. There's so much to look forward to, so many rivalries, so much action. This is a year you do not want to miss.